started working at little things at CBC and Much Music. And then I got a job on 22 Minutes as a writer. And that, to me, was the most exciting thing in the world, because you get to go, you live in like this condo, you get $75 a day per diem. And that was so much money. Like, I was fully rich at that time. Like, it didn't matter that you actually got paid aside from that. Like, that type of money was amazing. And then you'd go out for dinner, you could eat whatever you wanted. And then you would, you'd just have this amazing life where you wrote and you got paid for it. And so I just started falling in love with it. And then, I got summer jobs, in Regina writing for Corner Gas. And so the whole year I actually ended up moving out of my apartment, because Canada's a regional filming sort of, they film everything regionally. So I ended up just living in Halifax during the winter and in Regina during the summer, and had no fixed address at all. So that was a really fun part. It was actually really interesting to learn about Canada that way, because you live in these very sort of small towns. They film regionally, and you really become part of that community, and you get to know it. And then obviously doing things in Toronto as well. But then I'd written for 22 Minutes for, I guess, 4 years, and then I got a job on. I'd written on 22 Minutes for 4 years, and then I decided I was going to move after Corner Gas had finished. I was like, I'm going to move to Paris, and I'm going to just write a movie in Paris. And so I got to Paris, I rented an apartment, and I went down to the Seine. I sat down, and I think I had bread with me, and I think I had like a small little thing of wine. And I sat down and I started writing, and I was like, who the fuck do I think I am? Like, this is ridiculous, Like, so I got back on a plane and I flew to New York. And Nathan Fielder, who's another Canadian who lives around the corner here, he and I got an apartment in New York that we rented off of. We went to rent it, and someone answered the door. It was just a terrible apartment. The guy answers the door. He's got long brown hair. He's got a guitar on, and he's texting. And he's standing at the door, and he goes, "So do you want the place?" And we go, "Well, can we take a look at it?" And so he said, "Oh yeah, sure." So we go in, we go around, we take a look at it, and we're like, "Oh yeah, we'll take the place." And we go, who should we write the check out to? And he goes, "Oh, my name's Jamie Biden." He was the vice president's nephew. and so we had this place, and it was like a terrible place, but it's two Canadian guys in New York, and you're just trying to make a go of it. And so in the same week I got hired on Fallon, and I think he got hired on Dimitri Martin's show, and he ended up moving to LA. So yeah, it all just sort of, one thing leads to another. It's pretty crazy.